everybody and welcome back to our channel. If you're returning and if you're new, hello, thank you so much for finding us. If you do enjoy our content, please consider subscribing. We would absolutely love to have you. Today I thought I'd show you what my twin girls eat in a day. So before we get started, I've just popped to the supermarket and picked up some bits for the girls. So I thought before we get into the video, I could show you a little baby haul of things that I've picked up. So from Tesco, these are the Fred and Flo size 3 super fit nappies. They are so amazing. Honestly, we've tried so many nappies and these are by far the best. The girls stay dry all night and we never have a leakage. Do not be tempted to get the super dry nappies that they do from Tesco because they are absolutely awful and they don't have an elasticated waistband, so they don't fit very well. So these are amazing if you're looking for a really great nappy. I've tried Pampers, I've tried literally every nappy brand and these are the best. Then I picked these up from Tesco. These are Tommy Tippy disposable bibs. There's 20 in a pack. I've never used these before, but I thought they'd be absolutely fantastic for my nappy bag, so I don't have to worry about taking bibs out with me and I can just throw them away when the girls have used them. They were £3 and I thought that was worth a go. But then I also picked up this. This is the fruity spring water from Heinz. We use this all the time. The girls actually have 2 meals a day. They have breakfast and dinner, and then in the middle of the day at lunchtime they will have like a snack and some juice. So we dilute it down a bit more than it already is with some water in their sippy cup, and these are amazing. That's £1, always good to pick one up. So then I picked up a pack of the Fred and Flo wipes. Now honestly, when it comes to wipes, I truly believe they all do the same thing, so any wipes are fine with us, but these are great wipes and super cheap too. Next up I picked up this porridge. Now this is actually for 7-month-olds and the girls are nearly 7 months, but we have a lot of porridge in the cupboard already. So by the time they've gone through that, they will be over 7 months anyway. So this is strawberry and raspberry porridge and it's got crispy bits of fruit in there. And to be honest, the only reason I picked this up is because it was on offer for £1.80, so I thought we'd give it a go. So then I picked up some of the Ella's Kitchen Melty Puffs. These are from 6 months. We got the carrot and parsnip ones and the tomato and leek ones. As I said, this is something we would kind of give at lunchtime with some juice, just as a little snack and finger food to keep them going. Then I picked up some of these from Ella's Kitchen. Now these are the Melty Sticks. The girls love these. Now these are not recommended until the girls are 7 months, but the girls really love them. And obviously me and Mitch supervise, so we're happy giving them to them. So we have tomato and basil, we have peach and banana, and then we have cheese and apple. The girls have sweet corn and carrot already and they absolutely love them, so I thought we'd try some new ones. Then I picked up 2 packs of the Tesco Melty Puffs. Now this is chickpea and carrot puffs, and then pea puffs. Now I thought I'd try the Tesco ones, see if they're any good. We don't actually eat chickpeas in our house, so I thought this would be good for the girls to try that. We try and give the girls a really varied diet, so they try all different types of food, textures, flavours, so they're not fussy eaters. That's the goal anyway. Then I picked up 2 of these pouches. These are the Tesco's own. These are green vegetables and carrot, sweet potato and swede. They were 65p each, which I think is really fairly priced for a pouch actually. Sometimes I will cook the girls homemade food, and then other times we will use things like pouches or jars. It really depends on the day and how the day's going, especially having 2. Sometimes we do rely on pouches and jars, so I thought we'd give these a go. And then I picked up these smaller pouches. So I got an apple and mango and a pear and apple, and these are the kind of thing we would give at lunchtime, just as a quick lunchtime snack. And then I popped to Savers and I picked these ones up. Sorry, I'm just rocking Indy because she's very miserable today. These are Kiddylicious wafers. So there are 5 packs and 2 in each pack, which I thought was perfect for the girls, obviously, because I have twins. A 2-pack is literally perfect for us. So I picked up the strawberry wafers, the blueberry wafers, and the banana wafers. They're 99p each, and I thought we would try all of them. Then I popped to the pound shop and I picked these 3 books up. We were in need of some new books, and I thought these were so cute for £1. They're all Pooh Bear ones. So you've got Pooh Invents a New Game, Piglet Does a Grand Thing, and All About Eeyore. So I thought they were so cute, especially for £1. I just couldn't say no to those. And then I picked up these 2 bibs. Now these were actually £1 each, which, I mean, it isn't the cheapest, but they're quite a cute little mermaid design, and these are perfect for meal times. And again, it has a little pouch here, which is perfect. Velcro at the back. You're not happy, are you, madam? the truth of recording with twins. So yeah, these were £1 each. I thought they were super cute and they're brilliant for mealtime. And then last but not least, I picked up these little mermaid toys. So this one has a little scrunchy bit and teethers at the bottom. The girls are actually teething at the minute, so they're constantly miserable. So I thought these might work really nicely for them. And then I picked this one up that has a like little rattle on. And again, I thought these were so cute for £1 each. So I will give these a wash because I'm super paranoid. Thanks, coronavirus. But yeah, I'll give these a wash and see if the girls like them. So without further ado, let's get into today's video and let's see what my twin girls eat in a day. So this is what the girls are having for breakfast. They are having berry multigrain porridge with oats and rye. This is from Cow and Gate. They love this one. And I also mix it with some mashed banana. Sometimes I will mix it with other fruits, but today it's banana, and I do that just to incorporate a bit more flavour and texture into their food, whilst also kind of giving them a bit of extra nutrients. So I just cut this and scoop it into the bowl, and then I mash it down first. So you may be able to hear the girls moaning, that's because it's nearly breakfast time. So I've roughly mashed that with a fork, and then I take 2 scoops of this with my milk scoop, 1 and 2. And then I take 4 scoops of boiled water. Now check the back of your porridges because sometimes it will say to add boiled water and sometimes it will say to add formula, but this one is boiled water. So then I take my fork again and I just mix this. As I said, the banana just adds a bit of texture, flavour. It also adds potassium and loads of other healthy goodness, so that's why I tend to mix some fruit in with their breakfast. They also really love banana, so it's a really good one to put into their breakfast. And just like that, breakfast is done. So I'm also serving it with a sippy cup with some juice in. This is their apple and blackcurrant juice. Now normally I don't give juice for breakfast, but we have been on a long walk and they are really grumpy, so I'll give them just some juice to wash it down with. I've actually watered down this juice a little bit with some boiled kettle water, just so it's not so strong. So this is what they'll be having for their breakfast. So here is Indy in her bouncer. Now I feed her in a bouncer, just turn that vibration off. I feed her in her bouncer because they're not quite strong enough to sit in their high chairs yet. They're nearly there, I reckon probably a couple of weeks, and they will be there. Now she's very grumpy, so I'm not sure how breakfast will go this morning. I'm using this massive bib. This was from George Asda, and it is humongous, but it means they don't get anything anywhere on them. So that's what we're going to do. And I always make sure I've got wipes on hand because I always need a wipe. Now, this is a very grumpy time of the morning for the girls. They're due a nap. They'll have this and go down for a nap, so that's why they're so grumpy. Are you ready for breakfast, Poppet? What's that? You love your porridge. They absolutely love breakfast. They love banana, so mixing that bit of banana in with their breakfast just makes them enjoy it just that bit more. And they will obviously share a bowl, so they'll have about half of this portion each. Won't you? Because you like your breakfast. So yeah, obviously this is quite lumpy because of the banana. So if your baby doesn't like lumps or is a bit too young to tolerate them, just don't add the banana, or maybe just make the banana a little bit thinner. But the girls are quite good with this texture now. So yeah, they really, really enjoy their breakfast. So obviously the porridge itself was a berry one, a mixed berry porridge with rye and oats. So then you've had the banana, so that's a lot of goodness in one bowl. A lot of the time as well I'll add in mashed strawberries, but I don't actually have any today, so normally that's what I would do in the mornings. Now the bowls I'm using, these are actually from Amazon. I love these bowls. I will link them in the description. And the spoons I'm using are from Munchkin. I do actually have some other spoons as well from another brand, but these are the ones I'm using this morning. Hey, sweetie pie. She's super tired. Okay, darling. It's all right, sweetheart. She's really tired. Okay, let's finish some porridge because you've got to have a good amount and then we'll go for a nap. I know. I've left it a bit late. I think it's because I've been out this morning. Come on, calm down. Because I've been out this morning, they're a bit late having their breakfast and a bit late having their nap, so they're very grumpy. Oh, and here we go, a nice bit of reality of twins for you all. Okay, perfect. Okay. Shall we have a little juice break? Juice normally calms them down, so let's try this. Slowly. Good girl. Now these sippy cups are actually from Amazon as well. I think these are Advent ones, are they? Yes, Philips Advent. So I will leave these linked in the description as well. They were super cheap and the girls absolutely love them. She's so tired, bless her. Oh, darling, I know. Normally they're a bit happier than this at breakfast time, but as I said, they're having breakfast a bit late. Bodhi's half asleep. Indy's half asleep. Careful, sweetie. Okay. I know. Do you want a little bit more juice before we have some more breakfast? Oh no. Hello everyone and welcome to the craziness that is the twins. This is constant in my house. This bib's so stained. Okay, shall we try a little bit more breakfast? Yum, yum. So breakfast so far is going hideously. I've let the girls get too hungry and too tired. So Indy had a little bit. She probably had just under half, to be fair. And then she had literally a couple of swigs of her juice. So now we're going to try Bodhi. As I said, they're super overtired. I probably left them a little bit too long. So they are a bit grumpy. Normally they'd be much happier than this at breakfast time. Okay, sweetie pie. Let's try you with some porridge. Now, normally you love this, but today I think you're a bit too hungry. And a bit too tired. Can mommy move that hand? They both absolutely love their porridge. Don't you? Is that delicious? Oh, yummy. Yummy porridge. Yeah, sweetie pie. Porridge. To be honest, the porridge and breakfast is literally probably their favourite meal of the day. They just seem to really, really love it. I think it's really sweet as well, so that probably helps. I do try to vary the amount of sweet and savoury foods I'm giving them. So if I give them something sweet for breakfast, I'll try and give them something a bit more savoury at lunchtime and so on and so forth. I try not to just give them fruit and sweet things, just so they're a bit more open to kind of savoury flavours too. And they do recommend when you first start weaning the baby. I mean, I started weaning at 4 months, just out of personal choice. But they do recommend when you first start weaning to start on savoury foods and kind of move then on to sweet foods, because otherwise they'll kind of turn their nose up at savoury things. So I've kind of tried to keep that going throughout their food journey, haven't we? So you don't just eat sweet foods, you eat a vast amount of different flavours. And she is loving this morning. Yes, you love your porridge. So as you can see, breakfast was thoroughly enjoyed this morning, as it always is. They absolutely demolished that. Now, shall we give your face a little wipe and then we can have some juice? So as I said, we wouldn't normally do juice in the morning. It's normally just at lunchtime we do juice. That's a very funny face. But because we've been out a lot this morning, out and about, I thought I'd just see if they'd want some juice. They don't have an awful lot. And then, to be honest, I just clean the tea and pop the juice back in the fridge for later. So 1 beaker like this of juice will do them for the whole day. I try not to let them have any more juice than that. If they were to finish that, they'd then have some just water, just because I don't want too much sugar in their diet. And obviously this doesn't have any added sugar, but it does have the natural fruit sugar, so we don't want too much. Now, the reason we use a sippy cup instead of a bottle with fruit juices is because, firstly, this one encourages the girls to hold it, although they're not really interested in that at the minute. Also, because fruit juice is naturally high in acidic acid, like natural fruit acids. If you give a baby a bottle, it will take them a lot longer to drink the fruit juice, which means it's coating their gums and staying on their gums and teeth for a lot longer. So that is going off of NHS recommendations. They recommend, you're just tired, they recommend that you actually give juices from a sippy cup. So that is what we do. So that is breakfast all done. The girls will now go for a little morning nap and then we will be back for lunchtime. So I'm back and it's time for a snack. Now, the girls had a late nap today because we went out this morning. So there's not really time for a full lunch. So we're going to try one of our new berry wafers. These are the blueberry ones. And then we're also going to have some more of our apple juice that's been in the fridge. We're not, as I said, because they've had a late nap, they're not going to have a full lunch because it won't be long before dinner. So they're just going to have a little snack and I'm going to see how they get on with these. So because this is a finger food and I don't need to spoon feed them, I'm actually going to give them one each at the same time. So this one actually broke in half, but that's all right because Indy should be able to hold it a bit better. What's this? What is it? It's a blueberry wafer. What do you think to that? Do you want to hold it? Indy, hold it. Good girl. And you've dropped your one. And honestly, these are brilliant because it's just like a little activity for them to keep them busy. So I'm going to let them do that. And I just wanted to share some books with you that I wanted to recommend for weaning and feeding your baby. So the first one is the Annabelle Carmel weaning book. This is the new edition with like recipes for either baby-led weaning and babies with allergies and everything. So this has everything for any mum that's starting to wean. I really like this one. I've actually got to have a good read because I haven't had a good look in here for a while since we first started them. Here you go. And then also this one, the Ella's Kitchen First Food. Now I can probably imagine that you have seen both of these books before, but I thought I'd recommend them in case you haven't. I particularly like this Ella's Kitchen one because it's super simply laid out, nice and bright and colourful, loads of recipes in here. So yeah, if you're struggling with weaning, definitely take a look at these two. These I actually bought brand new off of Amazon, but you can probably get them secondhand off of eBay or maybe borrow them from your local library. If you weren't wanting to purchase them. They are quite expensive, but they are super helpful. And also, if you're planning on having more children, you'll probably use them again then. And it just gives you some guidance, especially for me as a first-time mum. It was quite hard to kind of know what to give my babies. So they have been really, really helpful. So Bodhi's really enjoyed this. She's had about half a wafer already. And Indy's just kind of looking at it. She's a bit unsure. Bodhi with your belly out. You need to hold your snack. Do you want your snack? Hold your snack. I'm trying to encourage them to use their hands a bit more. Hold your snack. Good girl, Indy. Hold your snack. I know, sweetie, but you need to try and hold it. What's this? Oh, she's going to get miserable. Okay, Mommy, do it. Mommy, do it. All right, lazy pants. Sometimes they will hold it themselves, but sometimes they will want me to hold it, and that is fine. Got a bit of fluff on there already, Bo. That must be a new record. I'm just going to let Indy play with hers while I feed Bodhi hers. And then if Indy hasn't kind of had any by the time... Okay, sweetie. If Indy hasn't kind of had any by the time Bodhi's finished, then I will feed Indy it as well. Apologies about my lighting, guys. I appreciate this isn't the best lighting in the world. Do you want to try and eat some? Oh, you've got that super sticky, and now my hands are covered in it. So, Bodhi has finished her whole wafer and is now shouting at us all. And Indy has just finished half of hers, and she absolutely loved it. They went down a treat. And it kept them busy for a couple of minutes. Only a couple, but a couple nonetheless. So they are a win for me as well. So we're back and it is tea time. So normally I would feed them one at a time. I would have a bib, everything would be organised, but they're very grumpy and tired. So I'm going to try and feed them at the same time today. I'm going to try this green veggies from Tesco's. Now it's a lot thicker than normal. It looks and smells honestly terrible, but we'll see how they get on with it. I'm going to give them 1 spoon at a time. Now, I haven't got bibs. I'm just going to see how we get on. Probably going to go everywhere. They're both extremely tired, so I know if I do it this way, we can get it done in half the time. What has this green veggies got in? It has got in peas, broccoli and spinach, and it's all organic. So we'll see how they get on. It's a bit thicker than they normally have, so I am quite surprised they're having it so well. Sometimes with thick purees, they will kind of have a bit of a gag and a heave. It's totally normal, especially when your baby's so small. But you seem to be enjoying it, girlies. Do you want it? So yeah, they don't do a hungry baby in my milk. Oh, she's having a heave. Okay. Oh, and we might be sick. Sometimes you can save it in time and get them up quick enough, and it's not looking like today is going to be one of those. This normally happens when they have food on their tongue that they don't swallow down quick enough. They tend to have a bit of a heave, but as I said, it's so normal, especially with such small babies, and because this is so thick, this is such a thick puree, I definitely would say this is more, I mean, I wouldn't, this says at Tesco's it's their stage 1. I really wouldn't start my babies first off on this. Like, this is quite thick for the girls, and as I said, they've been having purees for a long time, so with a thicker puree, just give a smaller amount each mouthful. That tends to work quite well. I am kind of the idea that food before 1 is just for fun. Now, that's kind of going off of medical advice. I'm going to pop this swing on. So they obviously still have their bottles. They have an 8-ounce bottle every around 4 hours. So if they don't have their food, it's not a big drama. I mean, normally Indy loves her food, but I don't know if it's because she's tired or because this puree is a bit thicker than normal. But yeah, this is the joy of twins. So guys, I'm going to close up today's video here because, as you can see, the girls are not happy whatsoever, and I think it's going to be bath and bed very soon. I hope you enjoyed seeing what my 6-month-old twins eat in a day, and if you did, please consider subscribing, although you may not want to listen to that all the time, and I appreciate that. Also, hit a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and comment down below what your 6-month-old enjoys eating. I will refilm this video at some point, probably at 7 months, when the girls are a bit more happy. But for today, that is everything. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to get these girls to bed because they are so unhappy. It's not even funny. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.